game that comes from Wukong is pretty crazy, especially in the early to mid game. That's where you can kind of see that damage come through. And if he kind of gets that snowball early, it's then just going to carry on into the late game.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I see it. The potential is definitely there. I'm just kind of worried about how they're really going to get onto this, this Siri Marco Polo, and to kind of just deal with the Dian Wei Haku up front, because you got the Lian Po to kind of back you up, and then Liu Bang with that shield. Like, this draft to me seems kind of scary if I'm more on the Nova side, because I don't know if I have enough damage to deal with these bruisers.
I feel like the damage just come through, and it definitely like pairs up nicely with Muchi having the Imperial Order, right? Because as soon as he lands it onto one of the tanky heroes on the side of Nongshim, then they lose a lot of physical defense, and they lose a lot of magical defense as well. So that's when we can see Muchi on the DRNG as well as CY on the Wukong come through with a lot of hard-hitting skills.
Okay. All right. I just, again, just doing the damage and able to take a lick themselves when, the Nova Esports, definitely not one of the more tankier ones. But again, I think a lot of it comes down to Waypit as well, with those Mulberry powers, ensuring that, the team fights go their way with all those stuns.
Yeah, and I mean, if he gets into the late game, and obviously we see a lot of those stacks come through onto the Yixing as well, that's where the damage is going to come through also. So it all depends on how fast Nongshim rolls this one out, personally.
Okay. Interesting. I think that this is going to make for an interesting Game 6 here. There's going to be a lot of pressure going in on this one. Nongshim, again, looking to close this out, become champions. Just one more game.
Yeah, the fact we're saying Nongshim and champions in the same sentence is wild. Considering where they were last year, being able to not qualify for any tournaments whatsoever, always just being at the last little hurdle and then just being smacked down by their opponents. But now they're in the grand finals. They have it within their grasp.
Yeah, I think the Battlefield Command right into the back line. They're looking to go for this one. They find them, and Waypit able to fly away, ride the wind, get into that bush.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about Sakia, right? Just as soon as you lock onto a brush, you get that increased movement speed. You're all fine and dandy. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but look at this. Kyung9 now has to do the walk of shame all the way to the top lane. Oh, gosh. It's a slow and painful process getting himself there. Xuan, though, is level 4. He's like, actually, he'll take this one, as he looks like he takes the sprite in the top lane.
Yeah, he's like, sorry, lads, I missed out that whole play. I'm very, very sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me. Going with his own thoughts in his own mind as he makes his way up to the clash lane.
Kyung9, you had one job. All right, but it does look like they're going to go with a burst ram. Fever Barrage instantly canceled. Oh, but the nice taking liberties. Wendy, perfectly timed. Thought they had the numbers, especially since Faye was kind of in that brush. They had an advantage, but they didn't account for the rotation that was happening.
No, not at all. And this is the point where Wendy comes in very thick and lays it on thick as these rotations in these early games, because he does do damage in the early game, but as those stacks do obviously level up and whatnot, you're able to do a lot more damage.
Definitely, and it's all about that, right? It's early get out or getting that kill, huge. But now Nova Esports in the driver's seat, up about 1K. They've made some good movements across the map. Haku continuing to farm, really needs to keep pace with CY.
But now, yeah, they definitely need to make sure that they don't let CUI get ahead of himself, because as soon as he starts getting that damage, as he starts hitting hard, and especially paired with the Futsu as well, it's going to be hard to not escape those two coming in at you. But here's the replay of the first blood.
Yeah, just way too aggressive. Illusion just dying there. You got to be super careful. You want to stay alive. I mean, you go for the pickoffs, fine, but and he thought that the bottom lane was the pushier side to be able to sort of pick, but not able to do it on Illusion as he's fine.
I mean, with only that one kill, Nova are ahead by 1.4k gold. That's huge. The way that they are farming in this game is something else that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they've done like just basic farming. Like, they're not really, I mean, a single kill, right? But again, this is with the Tyrant here. It's about half life. Haku looking to just take this one out. It does end up taking that one. That was a little bit closer than I expected.
Yeah, I know that. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to be losing that, but there's Sage's Might.
Yeah, he's going to continue to fight. Haku is going to be now here. He's getting a little bit low, but he does get the kill onto Xuan, but Haku does trade with his life. And here we go. Here's Faye with a nice Tremor Smash, and CY goes down as well, so they've got 2 for 2.
2-for-2 trade for now. I mean, Nongshim definitely aren't going down without taking their opponents with them, right? I mean, they are down by at least 1 kill, but that's because the side of Nova got that first blood. But again, some solid trades into the mid lane, able to take the T1 down into the bot lane as well.
Yeah, and the biggest thing about that was that Nova were looking to take away the red buff, but Illusion actually just barely gets it out, gets it with the Ink Burst, and ensures that he secures that red buff for himself, or at least on their side. Nongshim right now, yes, they're a little bit behind, but they've definitely clawed their way back in this game.
For now. But it's definitely where they don't want to let the side of Nongshim get those sidelines. The faster they farm those up, the faster they're able to take those down, it definitely puts a lot of pressure onto Nova.
Yeah, a lot of pressure at this point, right? And this is another concern, is that Kyung9, once he gets going and he can kind of just split push, he can kind of be a little bit more aggressive. They're trying to bait him out. Are they going to let it go? But it looks like it's going to be a trap. But on the side of Nongshim is looking to turn this around, but Kyung9 is actually going to be the first to fall. They do have that damage, but they trade with Schwan.
Tremor Smash.
And the Tremor Smash is going to be just, stopped at this point. But Waypin is joined. It's going to be a 1-for-1, both of the Clash laners.
Yeah, that was just a kind of just stop Waypick getting into it. I feel like it was just kind of like, hey, make sure that Sakir doesn't get in here and do healing.
yeah. I mean, he's going to out-heal everybody, right? And Waypit is there, so it's like, okay, this lane, the sustainer is going to be unreal. We just got to stay alive. But Haku now, again, level behind, but if we're talking about net worth, just about 500 gold. Dianwei, once he gets going and he gets those kills, that's when he kind of turns it up. But he's 2-1-1, which is a little underrated at this stage.
But Siri is putting in the work. He's doing that macro play that we saw when he had that Lung pick, right? So he's definitely going for that same kind of strategy. Like, we don't see much of the Lung in the early game. Yes, he's on 1 assist, so he's definitely taken some kind of like team fight participation, but he's just playing the macro.
Yeah, he needs to, right? I mean, once he gets going, Siri on that Marco Polo is going to be a beast. And because, Nova Esports also, they might group up. They're not the type where they're like completely afar. But through it all, Faye scouting it out, finds CY. CY just, man, he's farming quite quickly.
He's farming very quickly. I mean, he's doing a lot of damage to Faye already, right? So even without items, he's only got his 2nd-tier jungle item. He's got Eternity Blade as well. So he's not even like 3-slotted. He's just kind of just still hitting very difficult, like very hard.
Oh, looks like they're going to go. Haku is going to be all the way up in front. He gets knocked back. He's going to be killed, and they have the burst with that board. The Tremor Smash is now going to be used, the finishing stroke, but the Taking Liberties pulling both of them back, and they find Illusion as well. Siri's going to be killed. They've gotten 3 for nothing, and Nova Esports finding ways to just roll them down.
Yeah, the Battlefield command just didn't quite hit what it needed to, right? Like, he came in on top of the Shangguan, who was already up in the air, and it kind of just felt like there was just no presence from Kyung9 in that whole fight.
Yeah, look at how, and now they're putting a pressure in. This is going to be an easy T1. Nongshim, all they can do is watch helplessly here. Yes, Haku is back on the stage, but my gosh, he is behind. Let's check out the replay here.
Yeah, going in a little bit too early before his teammates could even get in there. Haku was just literally just deleting before he could do any damage. Like, the Leap of Fury came in too early. The Fever Barrage almost took down Schwan there, but again, almost is not good enough when you're on match point.
Yeah, struggle here. Not the greatest. And another thing is that I feel like Kyung9 has been using his battlefield commands a little bit on the earlier side. You're looking for that potential save or somebody who might be out of position to kind of give them a chance. It seemed like it was used very early, and it's just like, okay, we'll just ignore this guy for like a second as his shields kind of just diminish. But Haku is the type where, he was a little bit low. He needed that battlefield command a little bit later in that fight.
Yeah, it's kind of CY with the steal there. It's just like, yoink, thank you. But yeah, I feel like the battlefield command just being used as a bluff mechanic, right? So it was the fact that Nova just completely called Nongshim's buff. It's like, let him come through. We'll just do the damage.
Yeah, and they have that burst. They've proven us all, or proven me wrong, but the Fever Barrage doing some decent work. Siri in a bad spot, not able to trade. Haku now is joined. He's going to be back. He's going to dodge. The world is my board. But Nova Esports finding Siri yet again.
Finding Siri yet again. We are seeing a bit of a push into the Clash lane, though, so they are keeping the pressure on into the side lanes, hoping to try and get some of these T2s before any more of those T1s drop on their side of Nongshim. But Again, the team fights are definitely going in favor of Nova. They seem to be a little bit more calculated into these team fights. The Battlefield Command, the Tremor Smash isn't I haven't seen the optimal Tremor Smash yet. I feel like that's what Faye is his golden moment will be.
True. And having that team fight, but I mean, they've been initiated on. They haven't been able to kind of take the fight that they want to, and then Faye is just kind of able to counter-initiate. The T2 does go down, and Nova Esports finding ways to go in, but it looks like they want to go. That's a nice Tremor Smash. That's on to 2, nice. But are they able to get somebody? They do get Moochie. Haku is going to be there. Waypit is going to be killed as well, and Haku is turning into the beast. He's looking to fight this, but CY eating that resplendent revolver to the face, and it's a double kill going the way of Siri. And now Nongshim are back in this one, only down about 1.5k. They're looking to put pressure on this top T2.
Yeah, I mean, they could have timed that team fight any better. The fact that they got that minion wave into the clash lane, they're only going to take the T2 because they feel like, right, let's open up their mid lane as well. Just kind of reciprocate the pain they've dealt to us after we just got a clean. I mean, yeah, we was waiting for Faye's, like, Tremor Smash to come through, and that was one of them, right?
Yeah, and it literally seemed like you, Blam, like you voice activated Faye with that Tremor Smash. You were like calling him out, and you're like, he needs to have a good one. And he had an amazing one, setting him up for those 2 kills. They've gotten the Tyrant, they've kind of created all that space. Nongshim right now, neck and neck.
Like we say in the UK, say less. That's what Faye was saying. He's like, Blam, say less. I got you, bro. I got you. They came through with a tremendous Tremor Smash. But going for that Tyrant is going to be a bit of a change up here for the side of Nongshim. It gives them a lot more damage going into this later part of the game. I mean, right now, Moochie's actually playing the Marco Polo very well. He's got the frigid charge as well, so he's able to kind of like stun the Wukong if he needs to, or anybody kind of goes in on here. But gotta be careful. Make sure he doesn't get caught out, because I feel like Siri is one of their golden tickets.
Yeah, definitely one of the golden tickets. I mean, in terms of net worth, still a little bit behind Moochie in terms of that farm lane matchup. But, I mean, everywhere else is kind of just, again, really, really close at this point. Oh, but they're going to go in for this one. They're trying to turn this around, the Battlefield Command, but Waypit is going to be the first to fall. Siri's still doing his work. Haku is just cleaving them left and right. They've got 3 members. They're looking to chase it down. Haku wants more. He smells blood in the waters. He's fighting this 1 versus 2. Where are his teammates? He's going to go for the slice and dice, but Haku, is he able to do it? No, he will fall, but Siri will now get killed as well, and CY with the outplay gets a double. What a disaster for Nongshim.
They should have just left it at Haku. Just like, bro, just come back. We'll take the T2 in the mid lane. Don't worry about it. But no, Siri was like, no, I've got to commit. I need more kills. I need more kills. I need more kills. And that was pretty much the greed that overtook Nongshim there. It could be the mistake that loses them the game.
Yeah, look, Haku was seeing red, and he could not stop. He was constantly, like, he should have backed off so many times, and his mistake compounded into Siri dying as well, and that's kind of how you throw things. But now it's closer, a little on the side. There looks like their Overlord will be picked up. Nongshim want none of this, but again, you're kind of throwing the lead, letting Nova get back into this.
Yeah, no, the T1 dropping down into the side lane is definitely not where Nongshim wanted to be. They had a very strong clash lane up until this point, and it's definitely just the roll-on effect of these mistakes that can happen on your teams, right? But still, they are only just ahead about 1k gold on the side of Nova. So again, if we can start to see some of those positive trades come through from Nongshim that we have been seeing, then we could be still onto a Nongshim win here. But Splendor coming through for Wendy is going to call clutch.
Yeah, Kyung9. I mean, he has the Battlefield Command. He's going to probably bait it out. Okay, he's not going to use it. He's going to be mulberry powered instead. He was playing with fire on that one. He should have used it instantly, but he gets caught out here. Nova Esports now looking to turn this around. Oh, how the fate has changed in this game, and now the bottom T2 is going to be killed.
Yeah, no, we saw towards there that obviously CY is leading the race in terms of the gold race, but it is going to be Siri that is second place now, so he's actually managed to take that gold lead from. Okay, oh, no.
He's diving in. Oh, he almost got him. Siri stays alive. He's going to get to the fountain. No, he's going to be killed. CY actually gets it, and here's the secondary life. CY going aggressive, looking to turn this. Illusion has been killed as well, and Nongshim, all of them falling, and Kyung9 is the only one, but it looks like we're going to go to an ultimate battle as Nova Esports come back in Game 6.
I told you, that single mistake cost them that whole game. They should have just let Siri just say, go back, take the T2 in mid lane, and don't worry about me. I'll just be hocked off the board for now. But then, with Siri down, there was just no